Excuse me, please, no distractions. Excuse me. Thank you. They're still sucking on their mother's tit, right? And that's not very suitable when you're looking for a companion, because you would prefer them to suck on your tit. An alpha male, you should always be striving for improvement and trying to find things and ways in which you can become more successful and valuable. Self-improvement and becoming high value is a very highly important detail. Sorry I'm late. I got caught up in the janitor's closet with the chemistry teacher. Yes, we had a lot of chemistry. Let's just say our cells were definitely bouncing off of each other. You know what I'm saying? That's not the only thing that was bouncing. You know what I'm saying? So we must show respect and quiet. Sit down. Open your notebooks. No fooling around, no funny business. All right, what is a beta male? Passive and subservient. That is a very unfortunate position as a beta male. When you have lack of self and emotional control, you let yourself and your emotions get the best of you. This is actually how you become addicted to porn and e-girls sitting on clear chairs while they fart and it fogs up the bottom of the chair. This is actually how you become divorced after 3 children, and you end up cheating on your wife because you have no self or emotional control. You have no goals and no ambition. You do not have anything to look forward to and work towards. Therefore, you are never working on yourself. Okay? When you do not have control over your mind and your urges and your mental urges to cheat and to do wrongs and to swerve off your path of your goals, if you have any, when you have no hold of those, that is when you become insecure with yourself, because you have nothing to provide you with validation, because your entire life has been a failure. Lack of leadership often comes with insecurity. Being insecure, it kind of is very correlated to you do not get respect. That's just a main given. Excuse me, please, no distractions. Excuse me. Thank you. And lastly, but not lastly, beta male is also very codependent, which means they're still sucking on their mother's tit. Right? And that's not very suitable when you're looking for a companion, because you would prefer them to suck on your tit. So, it's hard to do that when they still have their mother's tit in their mouth and they cannot, fend for themselves. What is an alpha male? Now, this is a very important slide. Please flip the page. This is very important. Please take notes. So the ability to conquer and acquire pussy is definitely what an alpha male, what it consists of. It's one of the most important, and as we all know, does correlate to power. Obtaining this such thing, especially valuable. Well, now let's turn back, as celebrity and status does not equate to high value. It has nothing to do. It's all about the person themselves, their mind, and their own values. Okay. Superiority amongst all average men. That is what you can obtain. That is how you are an alpha male. To be an alpha male means that you are superior. It is an unspoken power. You will have attraction and gain attraction from many. That will just be what comes with being an alpha male. To have easy access to goals and opportunities, to success. It will be easier to arise to success when you are very well respected, and you are superior, and you have unspoken power through your actions and what you surround yourself with. Now, let's not jump ahead of ourselves, but it is written down a little bit lower in the slide. Next in the slide, 6'4" and full of muscle, So this is actually a very, very, very important part of becoming an alpha male. To be 6'4" and full of muscle is a skill that one must obtain and is not always easily obtainable. Do you understand me? Well-versed, has aspirations and goals. So a person that is put together, that respects themselves, and that is a very direct reflection of how much they value themselves. So when they value themselves highly, they will ultimately become the best version of themselves. They will be put together. It is a reflection of how people see them. And if people see that you will highly respect yourself through your actions and behaviors towards your body and how you take care of yourself, feed yourself, fuel yourself, and educate yourself, and how you go to the gym and are healthy and all of that, etc. Okay, that is all a reflection of the respect that you will be earned back. If you do not do these things, do not expect the respect that you do not have for yourself. Open to self-improvement, okay, and adaptation. So a high value and an alpha male does not necessarily mean that you are limited to, you understand, it does not mean that you are limited to staying in the same position, all right? It does not mean that you're limited to staying in the same position and not moving. It's actually quite the contrary. As a high value and an alpha male, you should always be striving for improvement and trying to find things and ways in which you can become more successful and valuable. Okay? Exudes masculine energy and allows potential partners to express their femininity. Okay, so that's a very important part of becoming an alpha male. It's actually one of the highlights. So you want to make sure that whoever you are and whoever your co-partner is and your partner and someone in the relationship is, make sure that you are taking over the masculine energy and you are exuding more to allow that person to radiate the femininity that they contain, and ultimately it could be vice versa, but then that would mean that you would be a beta. You have to be confident, considerate, and empathetic, strong mental willpower, and self-control. If you do not have strong mental willpower and self-control, you will have a porn addiction, and that means that you are a beta male and you do not have a hold on your own mental mind urges. You need to grasp your urges and you need to have control over them. Do not let them have control over you. Strong mental willpower is a very, very, very key ingredient and component into becoming an alpha male. Subscribes to the Wild Latina on Twitch. Lastly, that is one of the main components as well. All of these are actually very, very important, but that is probably the most important. Make sure that you are subscribed to the Wild Latina on Twitch. She is very informative, and it's very, 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 very alpha of you if you did that. Why is it important to be an alpha male, you may ask? Okay. Now, why is it important to be an alpha male? First of all, okay. Now, why is important? Because power and leads to leadership, and power and leadership lead to success and respect. Okay? One cannot have the other without the other. This is all a life cycle and a cycle of life. Do you understand me? Now, this all leads to, and not limited to, an effortless lifestyle, and it increases opportunity for more success, and it continues. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, there is a lot of confusion between alpha male versus toxic masculinity, so I'm here to clear up the air. I want to make sure that everyone understands the very clear difference between the two, because not a lot of people do. The alpha, sometimes mistaken with toxic masculinity. Now, alpha has confidence, whereas toxic masculinity is very anti-femininity, okay? Alpha has respect, and the respect is earned through their behaviors and their actions, you know? Their respect is earned through the way that they're treating other people and the way that they treat themselves and assert themselves, which leads to the assertiveness, you know? They're also actively pursuing goals that are strategically and applying logical sense into, you know, the ways that they're that they're maneuvering through life, and they're, you know, they're very considerate. Now with the toxic masculinity, it's a bit more aggro, right? There's a bit of arrogance that comes with it. And instead of the respect being earned through behaviors, the respect is earned through intimidation and pressure, and that stems from insecurity. Okay, and through that, if they do not receive this, the intimidation can also come from violence, demanding, and this is also, you know, due to insecurity. Okay. So, how do you become an alpha male? You must attend the Wild Latina's presentation on how to become an alpha male. There's a very key component, a very clear step. She has made a lot of research. And she's done a lot of courses through the years on how to do this. So I would suggest, you know, attending one of those sessions. You must have goals, ambition, consistency, discipline. You must be strong-minded. Self-improvement and becoming high value is a very highly important detail into becoming alpha male, as I've said in the past slides. Okay, and why is it important? Self-improvement, it's the adaptation, and that ties with willpower. If you do not have the willpower to constantly improve yourself, you will not be going anywhere in life, and that is how you stay in the beta zone. Become inaccessible. Do not allow all in your inner circle. You must become more efficient and productive. Change your habits to become more productive in your lifestyle. Be open to self-improvement. Research and study behavior patterns and how to improve your lifestyle. You must research what to change in order to succeed, as per the last point, and success can be reflected in all aspects in life, in love, in work, in your confidence, in your happiness, and in your family. Okay? Just remember, what you give into life, what you get and receive in life is a direct reflection of what you put into life. Okay? Now, in conclusion, to become an alpha male is to strive for a further accomplished and successful lifestyle. When one applies the alpha mentality, they will be self-improved and find themselves in a more comfortable and desired environment. And that's why it is idolized, okay? It is idealized by many. Now, it is important to be self-aware and understand your position in society, because you do not want to walk around as a beta male believing that you're an alpha. That is very embarrassing. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope this was very informative. Thank you so much for your time. And with that being said, that wraps up my class. I have another class to go to. I need to teach how to find the clitoris. So the class is gonna be here any minute. So get out of here, you animals. Yeah, that's my presentation. Was it good?